Tonight's been a tough night. I'll be honest, I'm incredibly sad right now. I've not felt hurt a lot of times in swimming. I felt a lot of hurt after the 2022 Commonwealth Games, the 200 butterfly final, when Chad come second to Lewis Clare. But that was a different hurt to what I feel tonight. That one I felt numb for hours afterwards. I've never felt anything like it, no sense in my body. This one's a little different. I'm hurt for a different way. I'm hurt because someone I care about, I know is hurting. And I think that's what Olympic sport is, because for everyone hurting, there's someone out there who's celebrating and is at the top of the world. And, you know, there's a few people that have got gold medals tonight. You know, Leon Marchand in France, in Paris, being celebrated by the people, being lifted up off his feet. Another one, Nicola Martineghi, beating Adam Peaty in the 100 breaststroke. And like, I saw his teammates just holding him, and he's beaming ear to ear. He's made every single dream of his come true. And that's Olympic sport. And as much as Max has come fourth now in 3 Olympic finals in a row, and that really stings. I mean, the sting is an understatement. Someone like Tori Huss come fourth, missing a medal by 0.01 in Tokyo, and now she stands upon the top of the podium. She's Olympic champion. She beat the world record holder. And I think tonight, if we put times aside, was one of the most unexpected nights of swimming that we've ever seen. It was twists and turns. It was edge of your seat stuff. It was anything could happen. Truthfully, anything could happen at every moment. And as a spectator, I think that's what makes it super great, is when anything can happen. The opportunities and the results are endless and limitless in their outcomes. But I'll be honest, I'm hurting for Max there in that 400 IM, and I'm going to move quite quickly through tonight. Before I do go race by race through the second night of the Paris Olympics finals, I just want to say, if you do like what I'm doing, hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you don't already. I'm making a heats recap and a finals recap of every single session of the Olympics, and I'm going live during every final sessions. And if you want to support me further than that, check out my website, www.theswimsuitguy.co.uk. I have some brilliant race caps for sale, and I also have just launched, it's on sale for today only, just launched an off-season speed skills training plan. It's 4 weeks, 3 sessions a week. They're engaging, fun sessions that will make you more skillful and technical than ever, but also help increase your speed. So when you go back to next season, the ceiling of your performance will be heightened. You'll be better, faster, more technically able than ever. Check that out. It's 75% off right now to launch, and because I'm celebrating the Olympics, it's just £25. Not only do you get a brilliant program, but you also support what I'm doing here. Without further ado, men's 400 IM, Leon Marchand, Olympic record, 4:02.9, breaking Michael Phelps' legendary Olympic record. I mean, the pool can't be that slow if we're seeing 4:02 in the 400 IM, because that's ridiculously fast. And yeah, Daya Sato went out almost stroke to stroke with Leon, as close as you can be to stroke to 200. Really died off. Carson, the rest of the field were close the whole way. At 300, Max Litchfield switched it on, turned second with 50 to go, and both Carson and Tomoyuki, the Japanese 18-year-old, come back exceptionally, 27.6 and 27.7. 4:08.62 to 4:08.66 for second and third. Max, British record, a PB at 29 years of age, 4:08, his first 4:08, the first British man to go 4:08. A brilliant swim, a time that would have won in Tokyo. Unfortunately, 4th place. And mate, Max, you're the best. You're awesome. You're great. And I hope one day you can celebrate the swim in some capacity, because it was really a brilliant swim. Next up, and shocks just kept coming. Women's 100 butterfly. Obviously, Gretchen Walsh, the absolute favourite, set the Olympic record of 55.3 in the semi-final. Set the world record 5 weeks ago at the US Olympic trials in 55.1. Led at 50 in 25.4. But Zhang Yufei, the 200 fly Olympic champion from Tokyo, was very close behind her in 25.42. Zhang didn't have the great turn. Gretchen had the turn, but so did Tori. And then Tori come back in sub 30, 29.9 to 30.2 from Gretchen. She went from 4th at the last Olympics to the win. She took the victory by 0.04, a tiny margin of victory, and she stood atop that podium. Previous Olympic champion Maggie McNeil, 5th place in 56.4. Fun fact someone pointed out in the live stream, Tori's winning time was identical to that of Maggie at the last Olympics, 55.59. We then had the men's 200 free semi-finals. David Popovich looked amazing, 144.5. Sorry, trying to rush too much. Hobson and Duncan Scott had brilliant last 50s to go 144.9 and 145.1. And 8th place was Katsu Matsumoto, 145.8. The big miss was Sun Woo Hwang of Korea coming 9th in 145.9. Both the Brits made it through. We then had another semi-final, women's 100 breaststroke. Talking to people going the same times, Tatiana Smith, previously shoemaker, went 105.00 for the second time today. She went the same in the heats and the final. She has a big margin at the top of the field. But Mona McSherry of Ireland looked brilliant, 105.5 for second seed. And Lily King looks sharper than she did in the heats, 105.6. Tang, the favourite, 105.8, did not look great, and after Chin in the 100 breast final later in the evening, I don't know if Tang's going to be that 104.3 form again tomorrow night. Then we had the men's 100 back, and let's just say, like semi-finals, Zhu Zhayu, who has been a 51.86 7 years ago, he walked out. I've never seen anyone look, I don't want to say confident, I want to say cocky. He looked like he was smirking. I've never seen anything like it. I said it on the live stream. And then by 15 meters, he had a body length on the entire field. He flipped in 24.8, 0.3 under world record split. And then, in my opinion, cruised the last 15 meters in 52.0. Wow. That being said, Chekon also cruised the last 15 meters. And Chekon seems to be playing Italy on top of the world right now. I think it's going to be between Thomas, Chekon, Zhu Zhayu, and Ryan Murphy, who was 5th this afternoon in 52.7. Peter Kotze set an African's record in 52.63. He's joint 3rd seed into the final with Johan Ndoué of France. And I've said it before, Peter trains with Rocco Myrin at Tucson, South Africa. They know how to do the Olympics well, and I think, Peter's a great kid, he's a young kid, he's a lovely boy, I'd love to see him on the podium tomorrow night. The big miss was Hubert Koss coming 10th and Hunter Armstrong coming 11th. Sport is crazy. Hubert was like on top of the world this morning, looking cocky with a new national record. He's out. Hunter Armstrong, 46.7 yesterday, 53.1 now. He's out. Ollie Morgan made it back, brilliant for Britain, 52.8. And Hugo Gonzalez of Spain, after slipping in the heat and being 15th, he made it back as well. Great stuff. And then the 100 breast final, the last final of the evening, Adam Peaty going for the three-peat. Just to clarify, the world record in Adam Peaty's PB is 56.88. This year at the British Trials, I was there watching the race in person. I watched Adam go 57.9. Looked beautiful after a 58.5 heat. Tonight was one in 59.0. This is the slowest breaststroke final in an international meet in so long, but it doesn't matter because Nicolo Martineghi, he is the Olympic champion. He has made his dreams come true. 3rd at the turn, 1st at the finish. He won by 0.02 ahead of Nick Fink and Adam Peaty, who were 59.05 for tied 2nd. And the big, I didn't even realise, Melvin's a great guy and he's someone I know quite well. 59.11. He won the swim off yesterday and he was 0.08 off of being an Olympic champion. Wow. Chin Hyang, nowhere to be seen. 59.5, looked terrible on the back end. I would not put any money on him when it comes to 200 breaststroke. He died, 32.4 on the back end. Yowza. And then finally, the women's 200 freestyle semi-finals. Nothing crazy happened there. Bingji Lee is not making it back. I guess that's a big miss. Claire Weinstein looked controlled in the first semi-final for a 155.2. It's a very solid swim. The 2 Australian girls went away on the last 50 of the second semi-final, went 154.6, 154.7. Looked like they pushed a little bit harder than I would expect them to for them times on the last 50. Molly had to go 28.9 at the end. And Siobhan, wearing my Hong Kong shirt, obviously rooting for her over everyone tomorrow. She's 4th, looked very, very comfortable. I'm very happy about how she looked, so that's great news. Thanks for watching. Send your love in the comments for Max down below. Like the video if you want to support what I do. Subscribe. Check out my website. Get this off-season plan while it's still 75% discounted. And I'll see you tomorrow after the heat for another recap. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.